Hey guys, Spartan117GW here, and really want to say that I'm working on some more videos. I know it's been a little slow lately, but just want to throw in this little, I guess you could call it a montage of some of the stuff that I saw at Warrior West. This trade show is actually really cool. It's more or less DoD only for the most part. This is the show where all the guys show up with ADS to kind of win some of those contracts. This one was in particular more akin to those familiar with Navy Special Warfare. So as you guys just saw, the first place I stopped by is Beyond Clothing. These guys do some really nice gear. Essentially, they're kind of, if you took like Arc'teryx and Cry and kind of like mixed them together, that's kind of like something similar to what you would get. So they've done different types of combat and tactical apparel. One of the parent companies that they're partnered with is 511, but they still do their own thing for the most part, pretty much. What's really great is that they're really focused on making gears specifically for the operator, and they actually do a lot of custom work. You can talk to Robo Murray. He's got a set of the mission pants that you're seeing here in Tropic of all colors, which is really cool. The mission pants is kind of like the Ferrari of combat pants, and he even got his special cut, I believe. So these things are pretty badass. I haven't had a chance to run them yet, but every time I see them, I just drool over these things. Got a lot of really cool features, similar to that what you'd see in the Cry combat pants, but just seems like it's maybe a little more rugged, a little more durable. Just holding it and messing around with it at the trade show. You can just tell it's really made very well. They also showed off their new Manatee Gray Underway uniform. This is kind of something the Navy Special Warfare guys are looking for. Working around a lot of gray ships and boats and stuff like that. It's kind of like their take on like the urban gray themed tactical gear. It's really cool. It's a three-piece system. You got your base layer, your outer layer, and then your pants there. So it's really cool. It has a lot of really cool features. Pockets on the front and on the sides, little zipper panels. And it's got that nice shark skin type of material. So it's definitely, of course, going to be pretty resistant to any kind of weather that you throw at it. For the most part, especially if you're underway, you're on the boat, or working in any kind of wet environment. And even the adjustability on the waist is actually really cool itself. If you guys aren't already familiar, I'm a super gray fanboy, so I saw these and definitely was drilling over these as well. Definitely really cool. Next place I stopped by and visited my buddy Steven Hillard, or over at Blue Force Gear. He does some really cool stuff over there. Prior Army guy himself, and he comes from the era where it was like BDUs and DCUs. So pretty interesting. Now Blue Force Gear is showing off this new little pull tab. Their thing was that some of the existing ones on the market were just too small. When you got gloves and stuff, like they worked pretty good, but they're just on the small side. So this is kind of the keep it simple stupid kind of method. You have something that's big, it can orient itself on top of the magazine, on the side of the magazine, and you can really quickly just flick it to the side and it gets out of the way. They also had some belt mounted Blue Force Gear pouches, 10-speed pouches. I've used these before, the 10 speeds. Definitely a really good solution. I like what Blue Force Gear does. It's very lightweight, very streamlined gear. It's a good way to add and accommodate to your current kit without adding too much weight. They also showed off this new belt slash rig system, kind of going back to a throwback really to the Jungle Warfare. I had a really good discussion with Steven about how gears kind of go in a giant cycle throughout history. We leave belts, go to carriers, then we go back to belts. It's pretty interesting, but of course they're bringing their Molly Minus technology. So you also have Juggernaut Defense. This is really something you don't see a whole lot in the airsoft world, but Juggernaut Defense does some pretty cool stuff. Their whole thing is wearable technology, taking off the commercial off-the-shelf products like the Android, or the Samsung tablet, or the Note, or whatever, and being able to put it in a case. And it's already got programs and stuff for the warfighter to use. Especially helpful if you're trying to basically do command and control, coordinate attacks, movements, this, that, and the other, coordinate medevacs, coordinate airstrikes, CAS, indirect, you name it. I mean, this is something that the Rangers and a couple other guys, the Special Operations Committee, have been using for a while. And dude, the case is ridiculous. You could literally take it, put a phone in it, throw it across the room as hard as you can, and pretty much damn near guarantee this thing's gonna work. I mean, they've done force and force training. These things have taken simunition rounds, pretty much damn near indestructible. I believe currently the Samsung cases are like So for like $300 or so, so it's definitely a little pricey, but I've talked to them. Who knows, maybe an airsoft version, specifically more for the airsoft market, or I might be picking one up just to check out and try out, because damn would it be cool to run this during a milsim op, you know, figure things out, maybe take a few pictures, but also primarily coordinating with other guys. Basically, it's like a handheld Blue Force tracker, if you're familiar with that. So it really gives you that wearable technology, like bringing that extra awareness to the battle space. That'd be really cool to see in airsoft. But Juggernaut Defense, these guys are pretty cool. They make a lot of cool products and have a lot of different ways to power and mount the system itself. And as you can see, you can even line up or split screen with UAV footage and a map or something if you want to. So make sure you guys check them out. That was Warrior West, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hey guys, I'm Leanna Vamp, and you're watching Spartan 117 GW.
Stay tuned.
Elite 4 BBs, that's what's in my mag. Thanks for watching.